Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Burlington's Central Arena for Burlington Chiefs and KW Braves Junior A action here in what is a absolutely stacked Junior A division. KW fighting for that final playoff spot here. And they immediately go to work with Spencer Pike. Sending it down low. Briley Miller getting the start for the Burlington Chiefs, who are perfect at home this season. 7-0 so far in this, their 8th out of 10 home games. KW here on a Monday night, Wednesday against the Brampton Excelsiors, and Wednesday, July 4th against the Six Nations Arrows, who right now are tied with KW for that final spot. Burlington setting up here on offense. Knox is going to send it to the near side. Sidearm shot from up top. There by Smith. Cole Martin, the starter tonight for KW, who are in their black jerseys with the burgundy shoulder caps. Bushi, far side. Smith getting it back. Bushi to the net. He scores. Quick start here for the Burlington Chiefs. They lead 1-0. A minute and 32 seconds in to our opening period. This is a team that's been rolling this year so far, especially here at home. A bit of a stumble on the road in their last couple games. But off to a 1-0 lead here early in our first period. Collision along the far boards as they fight for this faceoff. Eventually pulled out by Jake Saunders. And Saunders will send it to the bench where Chris Bushi accepts the pass. Bushi, 24 goals coming into tonight's game. Good enough for 62 points so far on the season, as this shot from the left side goes wide off the stick of Damon Curry all the way down the floor. Briley Miller out to play for it as he dumps it back down the floor. Miller, the trade acquisition on draft day from the Six Nations Arrows, has an 8-3 record coming into tonight's game. As a quick shot there in transition by the Braves went wide. Dylan LaPrade to pick up. Recovered, though, by KW. Trent Diggio sending that one down. Back up top, Scott Delzato. An acquisition from KW at the start of this season. Lets one rip, and we've got a 1-1 game. In front of a raucous crowd, it sounds like, down in front of us. 1-1, 2 minutes and 43 seconds into our opening period. Aki here fighting for it. Face-off brought in. And it's a shot, save made by Martin. And it goes up out of play, so Burlington will get another possession. Yellow bucket tonight for Sam English, the AP, as he slots in on that very dangerous right-sided offense when they've got everybody going. Smith, Lanchbury, and Bushi. They have been nearly unstoppable this year, but Lanchbury out of the lineup tonight. So that opens a spot for the AP from the Hamilton Bengals. Mike Harris, trade deadline acquisition from Barrie. Posturing up on the far side. That's where it's pushed over by Ty Kurtz. Kurtz back for Dickio. Dickio up top, Spencer Pike, his shot blocked Leave off the leg of the captain, Callum Jones, picked up by Devin Maya. And now Burlington going back to work. Exactly 4 minutes gone here. 1-1 tie between Burlington and KW. In front, Smith. Bushi has it up top after it went out of bounds. Bushi quickly for Justin Knox on the far side. Smith now wheels over the top. They got one alone in the crease. It was Damon Curry, but just unable to get it through the pile. Bushi back with it now. Bushi lets one go, and that's off the logo of Cole Martin. And flipped up and out of play by Smith as he was on the crease looking for the quick stick. 4.5 gone now in our first period. If you missed it, 1-1 between the two teams. Opening goal by Bushi and Delzato, the two offensive leaders for the two teams. Delzato, the former Orangeville Northman player, picks it up again on the loose ball, running out of shot clock time as Jones will fill him in. Jones takes Delzato all the way to the outside boards. Official right there allows all that to continue. Meanwhile, here comes a change as Nate Braniff crashes in. Braniff for Hunter Lemieux, and now Bushi. Bushi will give it up, penalty coming. And that'll send, Briley Miller to the bench and put Ryan Smith on the floor as the extra attacker. Braniff into the corner and no time on the shot clock for them to do anything with it. And Ryan Wilson has the call on the far side. I believe it's a hold against KW. So the opening goal in the game went to Burlington. They get a chance to break our 1-1 tie here as Trent Dicchio heads over to the penalty box to serve the holding penalty. And now this potent power play will set up with Knox up top, Smith and Bushi down low. Again, no Lanchbury in the lineup tonight. Here's a quick stick opportunity for Bushi. Ended up hitting him in the midsection and rolling through the crease. So it's sent back for Dare Newborough. Knox with it up top. Now Smith. Smith. A twist on the shot there. Cole Martin gets the arm on it. And another chance for this Burlington power play with a minute left. Bushi cutting to the middle. And it bounces off the stick of Martin over his shoulder and in for the 2-1 lead. 6:49 left and a lot of head in hands. Wondering how that happened over on the KW bench. We'll get our first goalie water break of the game as a result. So 2-1 here as Aki heads back to the face-off dot. Aki, a big acquisition for this Burlington team this year. As KW brings it up the floor. Into the corner. Aki lost that face-off. As we said, big addition from the Brantford Warriors, we believe, the same player. Creek's violation against KW. Maya will pick it up in the corner. Hunter Lemieux with it. Lemieux back in the corner. Nate Braniff now trying to find the cutter. And that one bounces wide. Martin corralling it in the crease. Still 2-1 here. 7:45 gone in our opening period. Shot from the far side. Straight down the pipe. Easy save made by Briley Miller. And he'll send it off to his right. Where Mike Harris pushes it up the floor. Reset on the shot clock as it bounces through the crease of Martin. Now Smith for Boucher to the far side. Hunter Lemieux lets a hard shot go. Nate Braniff ducking out of the way. And Martin there with the save again. Delzato, first one off the bench for Kitchener. He's got Reed Kratz with him. Kurtz is who they go to. It's touched on the Burlington bench. So Matt Anderson will get the restart. 8:45 left to go as we close in on the halfway mark of our first period. 2-1 in favor of Burlington. As English gets it back. English will dance around. Smith with a pick. There's English, the shot into the 5-hole of Martin, but the stick was there to make the save. Devin Orpana into the corner on the left side for Dicchio. That one towards the crease. Miller will push it out, and it's picked up by Burlington. 2-on-1 developing, now 3-on-1, but in the end zone of KW, so their defense streaming off the bench there to thwart this effort. Here's Smith and Boucher now. Boucher's low shot goes wide. Knox picks it up on the crease, 10 on the shot clock as he goes back to the X position. Knox for Boucher now. Boucher's shot off the corner of the net, and the fans are cheering. Couple arms went up as well as they thought that went into the corner, but it's off the top of the crossbar, out of play. It will still be Burlington ball as we pass the halfway mark of our opening period. First of 3:20s here in Junior A. As the pass from the left side from Nate Braniff sails high and out of play. Stick in the lane there for Dylan LaPrade. Still bounces to Spencer Pike, though. Pike trying to get it up top. And what a shift here for LaPrade as it Saunders, it ends up with a shot. Nine minutes and 20 seconds left. Haven't been that many offensive opportunities so far in this first period for KW. And when they've had them, they've been quickly either knocked aside by Burlington or a quick shot that's ended up going the other way. Here's another one that tips off a stick. Pass intended for Dicchio in the corner. And the Braves can't recover the loose ball back at center. Now they do as a strip of their own as it pops out of the stick of Matt Wright. We talked about Mike Harris coming in as a trade deadline acquisition. Kyle Kolwich leaving the team at the deadline. As a low shot here from Dicchio. Burlington part of a four-way tie coming into tonight atop the Junior A standings. A win for Orangeville last night in overtime against the Arrows puts them in that conversation, along with Brampton and St. Catharines. Lemieux will flip into the far side. Only a handful of Junior A games remaining. Reaching on the crease there, Damon Curry tried to put it through Martin. And Martin there to stand his ground and take it off the shoulder. 7.5 left to go. Still 2-1. Burlington struck first. An answer from Delzato for KW. Before a misplay in the crease for Martin. Gave the home side the lead once again. There's a block shot by Dylan LaPrade. He quickly scoops the rebound. And off the bench, Smith thought he had a break going into the zone. But not to be. Smith looking for Kashalk. It's Bushi up top, though. On the run, takes a shot. It bounces off Martin. Goes into the corner. And all the way down the floor, Briley Miller with it. Bushi for Smith once again. Smith's shot hung on to there by Martin. Picked up in the crease by KW. Racing down the far side. And into the corner. It comes back for Kurtz. Kurtz, now Pike, back up top. And swarming Kurtz on the near side was 3 Burlington defenders. That forces the loose ball, and they come running back the other way. Curry to the middle to... My apologies. Sam English on the crease, and English shooting wide. 10 on the shot clock as English gets it back. English for Smith. His shot down the pipe. A leg save made there by Martin, and English will get it back again. English trying to feed Smith. Smith will go around the crease with it. Back to the front, and just mishandled a little bit by Curry as he was unable to get the quick stick away. And Martin with another save. Cody Hamley plays it on the crease. It ends up in the stick of Dicchio again. Trent Dicchio passing off. Hamley's shot. He tries to go 5-hole on Briley Miller, who stands his ground, and it's into the stick. And another transition here for Burlington. Off the boards, now the glass. Bushi took a couple bounces, but eventually did find it. As Knox will send it up to Nate Braniff. Braniff missed a couple games, due to injury. As Bushi gets it into the corner. Smith, nice cut move there. The shot at the top of the net was open, and he missed it over top of the crease. From the sideboards, Devin Orpana gets it back. Back to Delzato. His shot blocked by Devin Maya. The two Devins, Orpana and Maya. A brief battle for that loose ball before it was the Burlington defender picking it up. Kashalk. Into the corner. English shoots off the foot there of Martin into the corner. High defense by the newcomer Harris. Into the boards. Feed there looking for Ty Gertz cutting through on the right side, and another one off a stick of a Burlington defender. His defense always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. Commented last time we were here as the over-the-shoulder shot from Harris is saved by Martin. Harris getting the call off the floor now, along with Colin Hunt. And that'll make room for Bushi and Hunter Lemieux. Smith works around the quick picks of those two, and Smith will score the third goal of the game for Burlington with 3:15 remaining here in the period. It's a 2-goal lead. for the home side, up 3-1, 3:15 remaining in the first. As Aki back to the dot. Trying to catch the number on who he's matched up with. Believe it might be Kyle Driscoll. Pardon me, Zach Dybowski, who takes a second one away from Aki. Aki gets the stick ripped out of his hands as they fight over this loose ball. Der Newbro is the man that's going to come away with it. Newbro, Dybowski, over to the half boards. Delzato and Kurtz now out there, along with Pike and Dicchio. Shot from Delzato, saved by Briley Miller. Rolls around in the crease before Burlington is able to pick it up. Final 2.5 minutes here in the opening period. Still 3-1 for Burlington. Bushi. Sidearm pass intercepted, and 3 Braves players are going to break out. Straight down the middle, all the way, holding by himself is Jonah Boehm, whose shot is easily saved there by Briley Miller. Lots of help for Boehm that time. As now Newbro stepping up on Bushi, who was in all kinds of trouble at center, but quickly played in for Knox, who falls down. Him and Kyle Driscoll colliding there. Shot first save, now a second one, even better by Driscoll. As the rebound remains up for grabs. Bushi out there trying to look for it. Callum Jones offers his help. And Briley Miller, 2 fantastic saves with 1.5 minutes left to go. Here's Matt Anderson stepping up. He'll send to Smith, who spins towards the crease, puts the brakes on in time, and English, a bounce shot. That must have hit the leg of a defender. That's the call. I believe that's Matt Garrison, the second official, along with Ryan Wilson tonight. As Matt Anderson gets it back. Curry bypasses Smith, going to the left side instead for Braniff. English can't hang on. Now picking it up is English, down to the crease. Looking there for Braniff. Turnover, Ty Kurtz the beneficiary. 45 seconds remaining in the period. Over center is Pike. His shot off the shoulder of Briley Miller. He shrugs it away as the battle is on. Up top, Jake Stevens. He'll put it in the corner. Delzato on a run. Back for Pike. Another shot. This one going wide. Ends up hitting the low ceiling. It's already a low ceiling to start with, and then there's mesh hanging down, protecting the lights. So that's what that caught. As now we've got 18 seconds left. Miller not on the bench, at least not yet, as Bushi pushes to the corner. Shot clock a non-factor. Knox, Curry. Quick pass intended for Bushi, briefly off the boards. Bushi walks in alone, and a shrug save made by Murray into the corner. Exactly 1 second left. It will be Burlington ball. And they are going to check the clock, actually. And this delay allows Miller time to come out. Anderson will take his spot, and that's a one-man switch on defense as well, as Der Newbro steps in for Chris Driscoll. Smith rips it. It's good. Right at the horn. Make it a 4-1 score after the first period for the Burlington Chiefs. Perfect home record in play tonight. They want to keep it that way. They also, with the other 3 teams they're tied with, Idle, look to take top spot all alone in Junior A. More action coming up on the JVI Sports Network. You're watching OLA Junior A Lacrosse. We get you set for period number 2 here between Kitchener-Waterloo and Burlington. As after 1 period of play, it is a 4-1 lead for the home side, the Burlington Chiefs. As they've had transition rolling here in this game so far. Period that you could say dominated by Burlington. There's not many shots for Briley Miller to face. Heading down the floor now, Curry tries to keep that stat going as Burlington now goes left to right in this second period. Shot by Smith off the crossbar. He got the buzzer beater to make it 4-1. As here's Kitchener. Kurtz dumps it towards the net. Pardon me, I believe that was Orpana. As now they go quick stick far side, and Miller comes away with another save. This is a dangerous period for Burlington. 4-on-2, all kinds of movement before Curry's shot ends up off the end boards. Still tons of time in the shot clock though, 15 seconds for Dan McRae's club. Curry for English. To the corner now, Smith, his shot. Dropping to a knee is Cole Martin, and he hangs on for the save. Smith was collided with right as he took that shot. It's Quinn Commandant now. Brings it in. Commandant has Anderson on him, looking back for one of 2 KW players coming off the bench, and it's intercepted cleanly by Callum Jones, the captain. Tries to spin away from Kurtz. Up for Boucher now. Knox comes off the bench. Jousting match in front here between Hunter Lemieux and a KW defender. They've sorted that out as Boucher's shot arrives on scene, low into the feet of Martin. Rebound quickly brought up here by KW. Jake Stevens. Up top, Ty Kurtz now. He lets one fly off the backboards. Miller wasn't really sure where it was as he was expecting the bounce back into his stick. That never came. Chris Driscoll wants his team to pressure the ball apparently, as Kyle Driscoll is the top man. Boucher goes far side. Smith wheeling across, shoots against the grain, and Martin makes the save. And 3, almost 4 KW Braves all over the loose ball, and Smith pushed it into the corner, went and grabbed it himself. Just over 3 minutes gone here in our second period. We still await our first goal. And on cue, I believe that's Hunter Lemieux cutting across. And he extends the lead here for Burlington. A lot of disagreement from the visiting bench and Chris Driscoll, but it is 5-1, and it's another face-off win for KW. As we said before, very rare that we see Jordan Aki beat this many times. I don't even think that was his draw that time. I mentioned earlier this season, the past couple of years, that's been a strong point for this Burlington team at the dot, as Justin Anasio was nearly unbeatable. Not with the club this year. After suffering an injury halfway through his season last year, I think ended his season. He may have played 1 or 2 games in the playoffs, but that was basically it. And now they've got Aki for them at the dot. Ty Kurtz. Shot from the far side. Miller again holds his ground as the pike shot ends up in his stick. Quarter of the way gone here in the second period. Braniff His rip off the end boards. And now leading the rush and close to the crease and in the crease. Didn't matter as Miller made the save anyways. As Knox takes over. Knox and Bushi. Bushi stumbles just as the pick was arriving there from Smith. And a big battle here. Bushi spinning check by Carter McKenzie. He lost his own stick. Shot does come and Martin makes another save. Right quickly off the bench now to the far side. Shove there on Mackenzie Iacocca. Scott Delzato straight to the net and scores. So dangerous is Delzato. Bit of a smaller player, but we've seen this over the years, as we said, in Georgetown. And now KW fans getting a look at it and him and his play here in a Braves uniform as well. The way he runs in transition, cuts off those boards. And one step was all it took to open the lane for Delzato. Callum Jones winning that face-off for his team. Hidden ball play fails as it lipped out of the stick of Knox. A lot of floor time today for English, again, in the absence of Lanchbury. As English steps up, shot here, oh, another one bouncing around in the crease as Martin sends the stick in behind and will make the save. They had one go in like that in the first period. I believe the 3-1 goal. Another intended pass tipped off a Burlington player's stick. Bounces into the crease there of Miller. And he's quick up for Dylan LaPrade. Nate Braniff now. Braniff, Bushi, and Trevor Barrett, the three killer bees as we called them to start the year. And that only lasted a couple games. Braniff missed a few with injury, and now Trevor Barrett also out of tonight's game. Killer bees on the left side. And the relentless righties missing one of theirs too. Over the shoulder from Delzato. The bouncer steers wide of Miller. And we remain 5-2 with 13 minutes left here in our second period. Bushi to Smith on the far boards. Quick stick Lemieux, and it's off the head of his stick down past the crease. Bushi poking at it. And again, the triangle of Braves jerseys. Too much as Iacocca leads it. Hard shot there from Dicchio. Into the crease of Miller. One step out and he was collided with as Callum Jones pushes it up the floor. No response on the bump of the goaltender from Burlington. As Hunt finds the corner man. It was Bushi looking for Knox streaking in his three-quarter angle shot, and ball was still down when he ran over his man. That's going to give Burlington's defense a chance to get on the floor. Good hit, albeit an illegal one, as 8 minutes are gone here in the period. Off the bench now, Ty Kurtz. His shots wide of the net, 10 on the shot clock now. Double team chopping at Delzato. Shot, this one is saved by Miller, and it resets the shot clock of the Braves. Grab the rebound. Devin Orpana. He goes back to the left side. Pike in front. Delzato from the corner. And Delzato with a pair now. The doorman for KW looks up and says, man, he's got great hands. That was some quick work right down on the crease by Scott Delzato. And just like that, we've got a 5-3 game after a first period that looked like it was going to be all Burlington here tonight. Last time we saw them in this building, they got a quick start against Mimico. Kyle Kennery over to the KW bench now. I thought we might have been getting an equipment violation or a stick check as he went there with Quinn Commandant. But just explanations on something to each bench from Kyle Kennery. Not sure what that was about. But we go back to the face-off dot. And I wonder if something's not wrong with Jordan Aki, as Matt Anderson has taken almost every face-off here in the second period. Just looking down to the bench, and I don't see him on the defense side of things. So we'll have to follow that story. Hunt pushes his man aside, up for Delzato. Spin move down in the corner for Ty Kurtz, pardon me. Made back for Orpana, and no time to get a shot as the 30-second clock sounds. Burlington now over center. Callum Jones to Knox. Lemieux, far side Boucher. Braniff is out there as well. In the corner, Lemieux. English back with it. Boucher thought about the pick, elects to run into the corner instead. And the pass never arrived as it comes for Knox. It's off his stick and down. Bench wanting the interference call against Iacocca, but a recovery from Knox. He's still able to pick up and throw it into the corner. (10 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the period. Bouncer there from Delzato. Delzato. And you get a stoppage here as it's picked up by KW. And I'm not sure if Delzato was asking if that went in or if it was a shot with a reset. So another conversation between the officials here. 10 minutes just outside of the halfway mark of the period. Gives us our first chance to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you've got notifications turned on. A great game yesterday on the channel, live stream from Cobourg in Major Series Lacrosse between the Cobourg Nissan Kodiaks and the Oakville Rock. No spoilers, but extra time required in that one. Looks like it is a question of a shot and a reset perhaps from Chris Driscoll, who has been very vocal tonight. They're going to check for a hole in the net to see if that shot did go in anywhere. And this is a check that's usually done before each period by the officials. They'll come out with string just to make sure. And Knox is there, as is Delzato. Riley Miller looking behind him as well, trying to see if there's anything that, if that ball did go in, would have gone out of the net. An odd bounce in behind Miller for Delzato, and he was happy with that inspection. So play continues halfway through our second period, and it remains 5-3. Make it 6-3 as Boucher, working to his right side, puts that one in behind Cole Martin to extend the Burlington lead. They're now doubling up KW 6-3. I think both benches probably took an opportunity to draw up a play. Burlington definitely did, as that looked like exactly what happened there in the offensive zone for the Chiefs. A bit of an unofficial, not recorded timeout out in front, and not sure if that was great defense from Wright. Definitely was, as he knocked his man down, but I'm not sure if that's what caused the ball to go wide. Ball bouncing around here in the crease again as Anderson is on scene. Another shot and another goal here for Smith, as Burlington putting a run together here in the second period. 7-3 now. We don't have the stats up here, but I believe that might be the third for Smith already in the game. So he's poised to have yet another big night as he continues to add to his 73-point total, 38 goals coming in. Nine minutes left here in the period. Face-off win for Dybowski. But loose ball picked up by Matt Wright and Burlington. Doesn't take long for the ball to find Boucher, and it doesn't take long for him to find the back of the net either. As another one behind Martin, and that's going to be a water break here for the KW netminder, as Boucher poised for a big evening. Boucher coming into the game, as we said before, 24 points, 24 goals, part of his 62 points. But they all trail Ryan Lanchbury on the team, his 83 points, going along with 55 assists. A lot of big point totals. Even Damon Curry, Hunter Lemieux, the left side, up in the 40s. Ty Kurtz with 49 points, 38 of them assists. By comparison, leading KW, Scott Delzato, is 18 goals, second only to Spencer Pike, who's got 37 points on the year. An established Burlington team that finds the playoffs pretty much every year. Looks like they're going to be back in the postseason once again. Just a matter of seeding, as this is a very tight Junior A. Number of chops as the loose ball off the faceoff bounces all the way down, ends up in the crease of Cole Martin. Phil Mazuka the last to touch it there. For Burlington. Mazuka with a chop on his man. This is going to bounce to Spencer Pike again. Pike trying the swim move over Reed Kurtz. Back to the near side, Ty Kurtz. Allows that one to bounce into the crease. 5-goal lead now for Burlington. It's a bit of a run going here in the second period. Boucher, Curry. They're playing catch with it, as it's played back for Lemieux. A bit of a tug there, and he couldn't get it as it bounces to the far side off his stick. And in transition, keeping another 3-on-1, where the man with the ball is the guy that releases. And I didn't quite catch the number there. Believe it may have been Spencer Pike. Pardon me. Curtis Hall, perhaps? actually believe it was Dybowski waiting for the PA announcement. Didn't catch it. We'll try and verify that for you. But the important piece of information, 8-4 in favor of Burlington. Boucher tries the same shot he scored on a couple times already. And this time Martin all over that. No rebound to speak of either, as it's up the far side quickly. Trent Diggio. Big shot coming. That's Pike for sure that time, as now we get a tie up in front of the net. Dylan LaPrade. And a Braves player. I don't think there's going to be anything coming of that, but LaPrade was asking for the drop of the gloves. And now some chuckles between the two players. 8-5 as the KW Braves try and mount a comeback here. Trailing by 3, less than 7 minutes left to play in the second period. It was indeed Spencer Pike from the far side. This is Zach Dybowski, who again we believe had that transition goal that preceded it. As Kitchener tries to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Pike and Kurtz working the left side of the floor. Back for Del Zotto around a pick. That hit a body as it bounced and changed directions in front of Miller. Maya gets the stick ripped out of his hands and tossed into the corner. And Maya's gonna go along with Spencer Pike here. They bump as they leave the bench area. And Ryan Wilson's gonna send both Spencer Pike and Devin Maya off to the bench, off to the penalty box rather. Be sure that you're subscribed to our channel for all games coming up this summer, and follow us on Twitter at JVI Video, where we'll let you know where we are as well. Holding Miners. I believe to Pike and Maya. 6 minutes away from the end of this middle frame. Room to work now for the offenses as Curry sends to Boucher. Now Smith taking off from the corner. Stutters back in his shot. Bounces off the crossbar. Straight to Boucher though. He goes around his back looking for Smith. And racing into the corner after it. It's going to find its way all the way out to center. Smith recovers. To Curry. One-man change for Burlington. It's Knox. Smith. Boucher. Now Curry up top, the only one who hasn't touched it. He does that now as Knox draws it back. Curry hard into the Braves player and then fell himself. Not sure how that wasn't a moving pick, but it's picked up by KW. Bench screaming they had too many players on the floor. Did Burlington, but no call. Hard hit into the boards there from Dylan LaPrade. Del Zotto comes off the bench and LaPrade immediately spies him down. Get no Pike on that far side as he's serving that minor penalty. Instead, they go up top for Kurtz. His shot save made by Miller. And Ty Kurtz in looking for the rebound. Comes back for Reed. Kurtz up top. And Del Zotto now. Briefly had a lane, but Saunders, a quick slide to take that away. Another shot coming from that left side. And rebound this time into the stick of Callum Jones. Stick check made by Iacocca. And him and Jones will chase each other down the floor. Del Zotto stuck up on offense now. Simon Jones matchup. Jones trying to pick Del Zotto out of the way. They shove each other, and that'll be a moving screen called against Callum Jones. Quickly on it though, Del Zotto, as he ran after the ball, gets the restart off the bench. Ty Kurtz, his shot save made by Miller. 4 minutes remain. Mike Harris finds off the bench Devin Maya. Maya's gone through the crease. Ball did not as it stayed there. And quick restart for KW. That rush for Del Zotto has sparked a track meet here at Central Arena. There's a shot from Jake Stevens in front. Bounces off of Miller. Back down the floor. In front. Curry's shot goes wide. Off the end boards, picked up by Knox now. Knox taken out on the boards. Justin Knox to Bushi. Curry spins and fires and scores. If I'm not mistaken, the first of the 9 goals tonight from the left side of the floor. They may have had one other, but other than that, it's been transition or from the right side set with Bushi and Smith. But it makes it 9-5 with 3.5 minutes left in our second period. This time it's Mazuka at the face-off dot for Burlington. And he loses it to Dybowski as a pair of 14s went at each other. Delzato to the corner. Middle feed. Bouncer in that Briley Miller saves. Miller quickly all the way up to center. And Knox was cut out. He takes a few steps backwards though, and Martin, a nice job to get to his left. Knox still with it, waiting for the offense to change. Lemieux picks his man out of the way. Smith trying to do the same for English. Smith with it, has a cutter. Braniff back to his own side. Curry off the bench. In the corner for Braniff, 5 on the shot clock. Looking for Lemieux, wide of him, into the boards. And not much that the offense could do there as they were fighting for the loose ball as the 30-second clock violation sounds. Wright tries to keep his man at bay. Kyle Driscoll at the center line. Driscoll passes that ball. Shot taken there from Delzato off the inside of the right knee from Callum Jones. And other than a bit of a stretch from it as the ball goes down, no reaction from Jones. Big hit far side as Jones went over and took out the passer as the shot comes to the near side. And the goal scorer on the right side makes it 9-5, 9-6 in favor of Burlington with under 2 minutes left to go here in the period. Face off again. This time Devin Maya will take it. And Dybowski wins another one. For a team that's been so good at the dot over the past couple years. Tonight they're getting beat. Over the top, Pike. Pike to the net, looks in between the 5-hole. And Miller thought it might sneak through as Hunt recovers the rebound and pushes it up to Bushi. Neither team took a timeout in that first period. So for this period and the final one, as we get a crease violation from Smith, they'll each have one remaining. One minute, 6 seconds left as we watch Dikio take it in. Flip here for Pike. Bit of a hidden ball play with Delzato as it's pushed into the corner. Back to the right side corner now, and speaking of push, the ball carrier pushed into the crease by a trio of Burlington players. Pat Cashall all by himself. Knox toes the yellow paint here at Central Arena. Quickly the other way though. Delzato the first one out the offensive door. His rip is off the right foot of Briley Miller. And everybody in black screaming timeout as that one bounces down the floor. 30.5 remaining in the period for this final shot for KW. A much more evenly matched period here in the second than we had in the first. but still a 9-6 lead for Burlington. Early on this season, it was the Chiefs who came out a bit slowly and had to claw their way back, but the last couple times we've seen them now, they've come out firing, and it's been first periods, strong first periods that have managed to see them keep the lead. Including that massive first period against Mimico, resulting in a 16-6 decision. The last time we spoke from here at Central Arena. Chris Driscoll wants this ball down in the offensive zone, but timeout was called way back at the faceoff dot, which is where Scott Delzato will meet up with Kyle Kennery. They've bumped the clock up to 34 seconds now. And it is running as Delzato crosses center. Brief switch down low between Kurtz and Jake Stevens. Delzato will just wait this out. Shot clock down to 6. Here it comes. It's Delzato with a pick in front of him. Pick ends up crashing back up into Delzato, and no room to shoot. Ball's got to be left at the blue line. Burlington bench had signaled timeout, and Saunders, the whistle had blown. They're going to check the clock here, I think. Cole Martin racing his way back into the net as there was a signaled timeout from the bench. I'm not sure if anyone on the floor had called one. Ryan Wilson waits it out. And they're asking about timeout. Now they do take it. Clock ends up going up to 4 seconds. Chris Driscoll wants it reset to 2, but it was clearly 34 when their possession started. And I don't think it stopped when the whistle had blown. But this is the Burlington timeout. Each side has taken one now in this period. They'll have one remaining for the last period. And it looks like it's going to be Boucher, Smith, Knox, Braniff, Lemieux, and now Knox turns back. He'll stay on the floor as English heads off. Braniff and Curry, Lemieux, Knox, Smith, and Boucher. Now English comes back to take the spot of Braniff as they realize that's 4 lefties. And they'll go 3-on-3, only 4 seconds here. As Smith will start up top with the ball. Briley Miller on the bench. Cole Martin back in the net. Looks like it's going to be Knox that will be the shooter. And for the second period in a row, we've got a buzzer beater. 10 on the board through 2 periods for Burlington. They lead it 10-6. Again, as they try and keep their home perfect win streak alive here this season. You're watching OLA Junior A Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Third period comes your way next. Period number 3 underway here at Central Arena in Burlington, Ontario. 10-6 for the home side over KW at the moment, but still 20 minutes left to play. Delzato already with a hat trick in this game, as does Ryan Smith. Chris Boucher leads all comers with 4 goals. Save made by Briley Miller, as Oakville goes right to left here in the first period. Pardon me, our third period. The same floor configuration as the first period. Errant pass there. Turns into a transition opportunity for Quinn Commandant. He's rubbed out in the corner, as the trailer was Devin Orpana. His shot saved by Miller. Curry now. Spinning away from high pressure. Lemieux there to set the pick. Pass comes to Boucher though. Shot from Nate Braniff, a shoving match down in the corner. Oh, and a vicious swipe after the fact. All of that goes without punishment, as Kitchener brings it up over center. Reed Kurtz to Delzato. Delzato passing it back from the top of the fan down. Low shot from Kyle Driscoll. Save made by Miller. Mike Harris will start the transition. Devin Maya and Delzato having words. Oh, what a move from Knox though, as he comes out of the corner, fakes high, goes low. And a tall player like that can use that high fake to get the goaltender to stand up. And that'll be 11 on the board here tonight for Burlington. Just 1 second away from 2 minutes into this, our third period. Mazuka again taking the face off, and again losing to Dybowski, who has been lethal there tonight. But I think the face-off twig may be broken over on the far side, sitting in the referee's circle. So not very often you see the face-off stick broken. Another defenseman's stick lays in the Burlington offensive zone as they take a shot, and Cole Martin has his first save of the period out of the way. Delzato, Ty Kurtz, Spencer Pike now getting it into the corner. Shot there wide of the net, it's recovered. Over on the far side, a drag play there from Delzato. Still got the shot away despite being double teamed. And it was not enough, however, to beat the shot clock. Interference against Devin Maya. Gives it quickly back to KW. Delzato for Pike. His shot wide. Off the boards and down the floor. Quickly onto it is Dylan LaPrade, and he scores in transition. Trade deadline acquisitions seem to always make an impact here for the Burlington team. Seen a lot from Sam English tonight, yet to get on the score sheet in the goal column, however. And they want the ball. There for Dylan LaPrade. I'm not sure what that milestone is, and for what player. As the face-off again, controlled by KW. An excellent performance by Dybowski tonight. Schertz. Ball and pass goes errant off the end boards and up out of play. Delayed penalty coming, so Miller will go to the bench. 4 minutes gone in our third period. Burlington back to doubling up KW now. Boucher over a crowd, over the net as well, and it'll be a slash against one of the Braves players. Trent Dicchio heading off the floor on the slashing minor. As Burlington leads 12-6, well on their way, it seems, to perfecting that home record through 8 games. This is their 8th tonight. They round out their home season the next 2 Wednesdays. 2 days from tonight against Brampton. They had a rough home-and-home series between the two teams last year. And Brampton, one of the top teams in the league, stacking up with former KW goaltender Stephen Orleman, plus a couple of others from this area. Jake Vesna, his junior rights, as well as Justin Sykes, as a big loose ball battle down the far side. So get a good look at Brampton on Wednesday here at Central Arena. And then 1 week after that, into July, the end of the last week of play in Junior A, the Six Nations Arrows will come to Central Arena. And will that be their playoff lives on the line? Saunders and a Braves player staring down each other. Dylan LaPrade comes in, as does Devin Maya, as does Callum Jones. And I think the only guy who's going to go off here is the KW representative, as there were 4 players interested in him when he locked arms with Jacob Saunders. Did Mackenzie Iacocca. So Iacocca going off with 40 seconds left in the initial slashing minor. We'll get a 5-on-3. In favor of Burlington. Again, for 40 seconds, 5.5 gone here in the period. Great opportunity for them to put it away. Wrong personnel on the floor to start, so Burlington will switch up. Knox up top. Hard shot there from Smith off the post. And Knox unable to find it. KW forward does, though, and running into it, Jake Stevens. And he will secure possession for his team as Jonah Bohm gets it back. Bohm back for Stevens on the run, sidearm shot taken. And Miller there to save. Devin Maya and Jonah Bohm staring, and Maya's picked up a penalty. One that the Burlington bench doesn't like, but the officials trying to get a handle on things that have become in danger of coming unglued here. 13:46 remaining, and there's going to be a problem with the clock here. I think Maya's just picked up a 10. I don't know that there's 2 on the board, but both penalties have disappeared from the KW side. I think the first had expired because there was only 40 seconds on it. Unless the Iacocca penalty was a straight 10 as well. I believe that's the case, as the board is clear and we're 5-on-5. So 10-minute misconducts to Mackenzie Iacoca, and now to Devin Maya as a KW player down in the crease in behind play. And his Burlington counterparts sort out their differences. As now Braniff will get it up over center. Braniff to Cashel taking an offensive shift. Boucher looking for Hunter Lemieux on the crease. Lemieux gets shoved into the boards. Late in the clock here, 5 seconds as Boucher makes sure that it resets, forcing Martin into a save. And with all this extracurricular action, there's been not much for Cole Martin to do here in the period. As Lemieux has words with somebody on that exchange. Hard shot here from Pike. Coming in late, Trent Dicchio. Shot and a goal here for Burlington in transition. And quickly up the floor, they get the ball there as that's the first Burlington Chiefs goal for Mike Harris as he comes over at the trade deadline, and as we said before, making an immediate impact. Dylan LaPrade did that last night, or last year rather, as Callum Jones, another big hit off the draw. He's onto that draw play, it looks like, as he lays a big hit. Burlington unable to capitalize with possession though, as Jones climbs the ladder into the corner. Mazuka, a brief stumble. Pick set by Jones. And now finally Burlington able to get it up over center. Boucher. Far side, Knox. Here's Smith on the run. So dangerous there. Passes this time to Lemieux. And Lemieux shot goes wide. 5 on the clock. Miller will come out. And this will probably just be a bomb down the floor. It is. Hits a light standard. As the shot clock expires. So Ty Kurtz with a chance now. Del Zotto keeps it on the right side. Del Zotto and Kurtz. Kurtz with it. Here's the cutter. And Reed Kurtz just gets out of the crease and the way as the return shot comes from Pike. And it was a reset, but Callum Jones keeping it in the yellow paint and keeping possession going Burlington's way. 13-6 now. 9 minutes gone in the period. Smith getting the feed from English, and he'll make it 14. And that's the 4th of the night, we believe, for Ryan Smith. And a goalie water break will be called for. Brampton, Orangeville, St. Catharines, and Burlington right now in a tie as we come into the evening for top spot in Junior A standings. 22 points apiece, and then back with 12. So only 5 games back, but the final 2 playoff spots between KW and Six Nations, one of those teams will get in and the other one won't. It looks like it's already curtains for Barrie and Peterborough. As the Barrie Lakeshores were the only team that really went full fire sale at the trade deadline. Something that seems to be an annual occurrence. Big game tonight for the Braves, though. Trailing now by 8. Another face-off for Dybowski. Another face-off win, I should say, for Dybowski. There's a big tie-up in front of Kurtz as he passes to the far side, tries to take advantage, cutting to the net. And he'll step into the crease as he picks up the loose ball. So it'll be played back for Burlington here. And it'll be Mike Harris. Hard pick from Knox. Up into the far side for Braniff. Braniff, Knox, Smith, and Boucher. Lemieux with the pick in the middle. And shooting around that pick was Boucher. And it just eludes Smith on the rebound. Quickly with speed. Look at this 2-on-1 here for the Braves. And Knox runs his man over. Ends up colliding with Briley Miller. And as Dawson Bolger picks up the pieces. But how about Jake Stevens on the run to start that counterattack? Knox may have saved a goal with the interference call. Probably lucky he's not in the box either, as Pike there, and Jones may have hit the deck a little bit. Jones being pushed along his bench. Quick restart though here for Saunders as his shot goes wide. And then up and out of play. Dare Newborough. First to touch it there for the Braves. Devin Orpana lost control. That gives it to Anderson. Braniff, English. Lemieux back for English now. And along the boards for Boucher. Chris Boucher to the left side. English all alone. And looks for the pass. Have a rip, son. Braniff shot, an easy save for Martin. Pike, a hidden ball trick. As they send it to the left side, Delzato the trailer. The parade high on him. Finding space up top is Kurtz, and Riley Miller can't find the handle, so Kurtz will get credit for the goal as it bounces across the line. And Reed Kurtz, the first goal listed as an AP. We assume that's his first Junior A goal, as they ask for the ball as well. And still a 7-goal deficit though, 14-7 for Burlington. But there have been bright spots tonight for this KW squad. One of them at the circle right now, Dybowski winning another one. As Newborough collects the Lucy. An incredible night at the face-off circle for Dybowski. And Reed Kurtz, his first Junior A goal. There's a KW player at the bottom of the pile as that one bounced around. And Spencer Pike in there. We've got a couple players grabbing at each other. Not sure this is going to amount to anything though, as the goal was scored and signaled a goal. I think now Kyle Kennery and Ryan Wilson checking on the call. As it looked like clearly a man at the bottom of the pile in the crease as that ball bounced around. Burlington saying it should be a crease violation. Lead official calling it a good goal. So we await word here. No signal. There's an explanation coming first to the Burlington bench. Trying to read lips here. As now I imagine that KW will get the explanation as well. Not a lot in terms of games coming up this weekend, as it is July 1st, Canada Day weekend here in Ontario. That is Sunday, so no live MSL game to speak of. We'll be back in Cobourg June the 8th when they host the Peterborough Lakers. So we do encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure notifications are turned on. That goal looks like it counts as it's 14-8 now showing on the clock. And the first in recent memory that Dybowski has not won at the draw, and it was conceded due to early movement. Here's English. For Curry in the corner. Knox, a swim move, a shot, and a goal through the legs. So just as soon as they get one on the board, perhaps controversial in fashion, Burlington answers right back. It is now 15-8 with 8 minutes remaining. Just to finish the thought before play resumed, at JVI Video on Twitter as well, where our links and schedule is usually posted. Getting into playoff season now as well, so our schedule filling up and soon to be finalized. We'll be sure to let you know what those plans are when they become available. Smith to the left side. Now Bushi, hard shot off the end boards. Hits off the back of the net. Late in the shot clock, KW will recover and jog it down the far side. Iacoca and Maya still in the penalty box, serving those 10-minute misconducts. As Kurtz sends it back, briefly eludes Stevens. Off the back glass, straight to Burlington though, and they'll head it back up towards center. Knox having all kinds of difficulty getting it past the red line. Braniff, Knox again. Knox is the most recent goal scorer. Here's Bushi. English in front of him, sets a pick, now with room. He does take the shot into the feet there of Martin. Collision there with Kurtz. Carter McKenzie setting a pick. This one into the feet of Briley Miller though, as Callum Jones will pick up. Jones to the front door for Smith. K9 fan in the house supporting the Chiefs tonight. Here's Bushi. Over for Lemieux. Smith all the way across the floor. Return pass down to the crease. A lot of movement for Martin, but does recover. I believe the shot went wide. There was no initial reset, as now there is, and it's quickly running down the floor. Far side, the shot and the goal through the legs of Miller for Jake Stevens. Number of opportunities with speed on that far side. And he is able to bounce it past Miller. So 5:40 left, so 6-goal deficit. Not unheard of. Especially the way they've been gaining possessions off the restarts tonight. Thanks to Dybowski. He gets it, a chop there by Mike Harris. LaPrade dumped his man back at the restraining line anyways, so it is possession here for KW. Trying to get a quick one. Martin standing at the top of the fan, down the floor. Harris tips that away from Kurtz. Kurtz with 10 on the shot clock. Gets it back for Pike. Pike to the far side, a big rip there for Ty Kurtz. And Miller will make the save. 5 minutes remaining. We will keep an eye on Martin for you next time the ball goes down the floor. If KW have any thoughts of getting back into this game. English. Braniff jumps at it, as does Knox. It's going to be number 8 coming away. And English all alone in front. Oh, a number of opportunities down the stretch. You can sense that his Chiefs teammates want to get the 8P the goal here tonight. The Hamilton Bengals product. I'm assuming with that yellow bucket. Spencer Pike wants to narrow the gap for his side though. Shot from Dikio. And racing hard down the far side, putting the brakes on, was Pat Kasholk. Sent up top for Lemieux. Smith. Now Boucher. Boucher turns in a quick release. Sends it off the shoulder there of Martin. Hard down the floor. Stevens again. Checks the ref to make sure there's no too many men call. Saunders over top of his man as Cody Hamley was reaching for it. And it will be Burlington possession with under 4 minutes left to play. Boucher. Smith now. Smith over the top. English gets sent to his backside as he crashed in to the net. Curry, the shot goes in, but also in the crease was Curry. And Ryan Wilson there to take that one away. Spencer Pike playing catch with Orpana, who steps up on offense on the right side this time. Miller will stand his ground as that shot sent into his feet. Reset the shot clock. Kurtz and Wright are tied up. Pardon me, this is Reed Kurtz. That was Spencer Pike, who has it now. Del Zotto, the hard shot. And Miller steps up to meet that one. 3-minute warning here at Central Arena. And it looks like it will be a perfect season through 8 games for Burlington here at home. And it seems like every time we say it, when we come here, first place, all alone for Burlington, but of course a lot to be decided. The big one's going to be Wednesday against Brampton, as Brampton tied in the standings, like we said, one of 4 teams tied for first place. St. Catharines, Burlington, Orangeville, Brampton. If you're anywhere near a Junior A rink, be sure you check it out, because this playoff dash is going to be absolutely insane. Once we get to the postseason, who knows what will happen there either. Unlike last year, 2 representatives from the OLA. It ended up being Six Nations and Mimico, as Curry may have got away with a moving screen on the far side. Kasholk's shot bounces into the screening. Only 1 will go to Calgary this year for the Minto Cup. And the way Alberta's been playing the last 2 seasons, no easy matchups in that one either, as BC always sends a strong contingent. Seems like they always send Coquitlam 9 years straight for the BC representatives, and by all accounts, it sounds like Christian Del Bianco's back to his old tricks, making his WLA debut for Maple Ridge last night as well, out on the West Coast. Here's Del Zotto. And Pike again. Pike steps up, turns and fires. And the Braves will get 1 more back here in the final minute, but time not on their side, as that will release the 10-minute misconduct penalties. So make it 15-10 now in favor of the home side. 58 seconds left on the clock. Junior B playoffs already in action. Oakville leading their series against Mississauga. Halton Hills, as we film this on Monday, could end their season on Tuesday. Shot being battled in behind the play. Here's the shot, though, from Ty Kurtz. Miller not sure where it is. It rolls into the corner. 35 seconds left. Junior C playoffs also around the corner. Folks, find an arena, get there and support your team. This is going to be a lot of fun as we head into the Canada Day weekend. Trent Dicchio is going to keep it up top. Now Dicchio racing in. Delzato sidearm shot. That may have caught a piece of the back end of Phil Mazuka. As here comes Kurtz cutting in. First junior A goal tonight for Kurtz. Delzato gets it back, and this one's going to bounce away, and it will be a final score, 15-10 for Burlington. 8 straight at home, but their toughest test perhaps yet to come still with Brampton on Wednesday night. Our director tonight has been Ryan Harkness, our producer Gary Morrison. On behalf of them and our JVI Sports Network crew, I'm Matthew Carrick. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, and we'll talk to you next time.